This has to do with the state's exhibit list in Donna Adelson's upcoming trial. Thank you, 5Car5, for giving me the heads up. It's been a busy day at work, so I didn't know this had been filed. Donna's attorneys did ask for an extension until July 2nd to turn in the exhibit list. So I wouldn't be surprised if they take another day or two to submit their list. A lot of this stuff is what we've seen in the 3 previous trials. Mr. Geiger, Bill Geiger, is the older gentleman who heard the gunshots, and he lived next door to Dan Markel and saw the Prius leaving the driveway. They have pictures of Mr. Geiger's residence, a view from his window, his view close-up, a still picture from one of the Tallahassee buses, victim's ID, the scene from the street, the garage from the driveway, picture of the glass in the driver's side window, exterior. I think most of us have seen these pictures all over the place. Picture of Dan Markel's car in the garage, his phone and glasses on his garage floor, pictures of his children's car seats in the car, his glasses, his lens, wallet and contents, exterior shot of the hole in the window close up with a ruler, interior shot of the hole in his window with a ruler, Wendy Adelson's vehicle, driver's side, Wendy Adelson's vehicle front. And of course, the picture of the vehicle with the Bullet Rye whiskey and a receipt from the ABC liquor store. Another picture of her car with the receipt. And these things I recall, fancy fiction and deep dive true crime had both shown pictures of these things before. Then pictures of Dan Markel at the hospital, his arm, autopsy pictures, which Charlie Adelson later complained that the state prosecutors had left up on the big screen, thereby allegedly prejudicing the jurors against him, so he would say. More photos of the autopsy, picture of Wendy and Katie on the beach. We've seen that. Picture of Charlie and Katie at sunset. We've seen that all over the place. Still pictures from the ATM. That was when Luis Rivera and Sigfredo Garcia got close to home after shooting Dan Markel. And I think they only withdrew $20 from Luis Rivera's checking account, either $20 or $40. Let's see if anyone in the chat remembers exactly how much did Luis Rivera get himself photographed for. Yeah, that was one more mistake that they made. And I think I erroneously said on a previous live stream that it looked like Sigfredo was driving in that picture, but it was really Luis Rivera who was driving at the ATM photo. Okay, so there's also a picture of Sigfredo, Luis, Katie, and Jessica, who is the mother of Luis's youngest daughter. We've seen that picture of Garcia and Rivera, picture of the motorcycle in Monte Carlo, which the hitmen had purchased with the money they got after killing Dan. Picture of Garcia and Rivera motorcycles, pictures of the holes or the hole in the Prius, which Sigfredo shot when they were in Tallahassee. So Shottrick Nobles had to help push the car and help them get that fixed. picture of, let's see, surveillance images of Charlie and Donna at Monty's close up. I think Monty's was spelled with a Y. A picture of the Lexus that was transferred from Harvey to Katie McPanua. Then there's a ton of documents, who's who with the phone numbers. Wendy Adelson's iPhone contacts for Mom, Dad, Charlie. Wendy's iPhone contact for Gibbers, which is what she called Dan, despite acting like she didn't know how to spell it. Wendy's iPhone call log, her voicemail log, the divorce filings, which is a ton of documents. Garcia's Facebook picture with certification, I guess. I'm not sure what A and B stands for. So if you guys know who or what A and B stands for, please tell us. A pawn ticket with certification or certificate, that I'm not sure what that is either. Unless they bought something at a pawn store. I know they did buy some bullets at some small gun store, but I don't think that was a pawn store. Emails, the Rivera and Garcia ticket. I guess at least one of them was the speeding ticket when they were driving to Tallahassee. Let's see. Save Gas 2 hybrid records. Okay, so that must be the car rental records. Adelson Institute records. Lexus DHS MV vehicle info. Yeah, so what is A and B? Comfort Nissan contract, because they did rent a Nissan. I think the first trip to try to kill Dan Markel. Comfort Hyundai contract 2, that was the second car, I believe, that they had to get with Katie's help, another rental car. Or was it the first rental car? Now I can't remember. Okay, so total there were 3 rental cars. But the Prius was the one they drove the second trip, where they ultimately did shoot Dan Markel. A Spirion GPS, communication records, coastal masonry records. That's where Luis Rivera worked as some sort of supervisor. Dr. Rudner records, he's the plastic surgeon who did the breast augmentation job for Katie McPanua. Broward dermatology records. Maybe that has to do with where Katie was working after the murder, because based on Jerry Obed's deposition, Katie did work for him briefly after Dan Markel was killed. Maybe the year afterwards, I think. Nissan Garcia DJHS MV vehicle info. So remember, that was the silver Nissan Altima that looked the most like Jeff Lacasse's car. He had a silver Nissan Sentra. So there's still some people who still think that's just a weird coincidence. So I'm not sure. So far, we haven't heard anyone say that they were specifically told to get a silver vehicle or what kind of vehicle the hitmen were supposed to get. Honda Racer vehicle info, Chevy Monte Carlo vehicle info, Rivera motorcycle info. So these are things that they purchased after Dan Markel was killed. Summary of Katie's financial records. Sigfredo Garcia financials purchases after murder. Luis Rivera financials purchases after murder, Rivera banking patterns bar graph. I guess that means Rivera overdraft graph. McBanua multiple account summary, one disk, and then another summary chart. McBanua employment timeline with attached spreadsheet. So these things, some of them, I don't think they have to spend much time on because Rivera is now witness for the state, and Katie, I assume, is still going to be a witness for the state also. But this is important. McBanua checks from the Adelson Institute summary and chart because that's like a tie between Donna Adelson and Katie McBanua, since Donna signed all those sequential checks, paying Katie starting, I think, October 2014-ish up until about April of 2016. Timing of Katie McBanua's final Adelson Institute checks chart, the breast augmentation payment, her income sources, graph with the spreadsheets, all her cash deposits, cash deposit graphs, her employment timeline, her cash deposits and lines, cash deposits after request for funds from Charlie Adelson. Adelson total account balance chart, Adelson investment account totals, Adelson family financial tax, Katie McBanua other financial benefit tax. Okay, so hopefully they can have Katie testify more about these things just to bolster her credibility about why she was being paid and what did she get from Charlie or Donna. Okay, so then they have documents that include checks to Katie McBanua, the bump flyer, the bump letter. That was when the FBI undercover agent went up to Donna Adelson on the street back in, April 19th, 2016. The Markel summary, sell pride extracts. See, this is where I saw some people had questions, and I'm not even sure, like, what is this scanned copy of Bernhardt's script? Known handwriting sample from defendant planner. Okay, that's good because they did seize some of her notebooks, which mentor lawyer read in previous live streams, probably about a year or so ago. A map of the Trescott residence, the 911 call, premiere video clips. That was Dan's gym, where the hitman followed him around in the parking lot. Bus video clips, Luis Rivera, I think CDR, does that stand for call data records or cell data records? Some sort of records. Probably has to do with her phone calls. So Sigfredo, Wendy's, CDRs, Donna, Charlie, Harvey, Katie McBanua, CDRs, Dan Markel, CDRs. 2016 wire calls, 2016 wire call from the office. I would say, was she like a office staff person? Erica Johnson called to Charlie when she was seeming a little bit concerned because the investigators showed up and wanted to look at the records, probably because they were looking for any potential payroll records or records about Katie McBanua. So she quickly called Charlie to ask him what to do. Okay, then there's tower dumps from T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint. There's ATM video, bank records from Rivera's Chase account, Garcia's Bank of America, McBanua's Bank of America, her JP Morgan Chase, bank records from the Adelson Institute, Regions Bank, Charlie Adelson's Amex, and his Amex transactions, the bump video, which we all love and have seen many times, bump video combined, Dolce Vita surveillance, Dolce Vita audio composite wire call from Charlie Adelson to the, I guess, undercover jail calls, thumb drive of premier raw data, the bus raw data. What is LCJ surveillance? So that's what I'm not sure. What does LCJ stand for? Okay. Yeah, UC I think stands for undercover, but I don't know what this LCJ surveillance is. That the name of a place? Do you guys think? Oh, Leon County Jail, maybe. Okay, that's just a guess. LCJ could be Leon County Jail surveillance. Wouldn't that be great? Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, thanks, Angela. Yeah, you guys know everything. So, like I said, some of you guys probably should do your own YouTube channels because you know more than I do about this case. 2025. See, who's this Bernhardt person? Bernhardt recorded calls. That sounds very interesting. I'm curious. I-class frame front passenger floorboard. I-class frame. So these must be Dan Markel's glasses. So that's very sad. His wallet contents, window glass, projectiles. So they have Harvey and Donna's Vietnam visas. And this is also strange. Why is there a painting given to Bernhardt? Like, what relevance could that possibly have? Was it some sort of goodbye thank you gift that Donna and Harvey gave to this Bernhardt person who helped them? Interesting. Oh, thank you, Top Cat. There's video from the jail regarding the snitches, I think. Okay. Bernhardt might be the informant. Oh, okay. Well, that would be interesting. Yeah, if it's somebody who was either in jail with Donna or someone connected to one of her jailmates, you think? Okay. Yeah, good guess. Lying, conniving, jerk surveillance. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's see. That's pretty much it. The demonstrative exhibits are who's who. I think that's that whole chart with the pictures and names of everyone. The who's who with financial, I guess, financial info, code words, Katie McManuel and Charlie Adelson communications, wire slides, and a timeline. So that's it. Let me take a quick look and see if there are any questions, but I don't have like any great answers. I was just guessing on some of that stuff too. Mona and Dawn and I are supposed to switch gears and talk about the Lori Fallow date bail case coming up soon at 8 o'clock Eastern. So I probably have to get off here and get something to drink. So thank you guys. Thanks for being here and still caring. Yeah, same here. I have no idea who this Bernhardt person is. Oh, okay. Well, so I guess that must be breaking news about coworker. Okay, thank you. What exactly is evidence against Donna? Maybe some conversations we haven't heard before. Yeah, I sure hope so. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys for being here. Everybody's just saying hi, teacher. Oh, okay, you would know, $40. That's what I thought. I was like, $20 seems like a very small amount to go through all that effort driving to a bank and, going to the ATM to get 20 bucks. Okay, so thank you. Louis Rivera got $40 from his checking account. Yeah, I'm hoping to be at the trial, but I have a civil trial in one of my own cases that starts at the very end of August. So hopefully my voice will be okay for that. And I don't know what's going to happen with that. So I haven't bought a plane ticket or anything. Yeah. Thank you, Jackie. So we're all wondering who is Bernhardt. Seems like Donna's defense team is so far behind, always playing catch up and trying to delay. They're not effective. Donna was ready in September for trial. They should not have a lot to do. Well, I guess they would say that since they're Donna's new attorneys, that they have to make sure that everything is done correctly to their standards, so they couldn't just jump in and do whatever the previous attorneys had prepared, I'm assuming. Yeah, she wants to delay this to enjoy the umbrella presumption. Yeah, so that nobody knows exactly how guilty she is because she's still just sitting there and acting like she's unfairly prosecuted. Hi, SD. Thanks for being here. Okay, thank you, Mia. Yeah, it could always be better, right? Who was the friend that Donna called asking about places to go that would not send them back to the US? Yeah, I'm not sure, but when she was talking about it, I thought, when it was on that phone call that accidentally still was recording her, yeah, she was talking with her friends Susan and Rick, and she's already mentioned their names in court. So the friend Susan is Susan Brotman, who's an estate planning attorney, and her husband Rick Chagrin. Yeah, I think that's probably, well, her defense is not just a double extortion, but probably just claiming that she believed Charlie. And it's all Charlie's fault because Charlie was the one that told her all these things. And she was so scared and concerned about his safety and the family's safety that she trusted Charlie and did whatever she was told by him. Just my guess. Yeah. Yeah, Titana's attorneys really know. Well, from what I've heard, like people do have respect for Josh Zelman, and he seems like a very experienced attorney, probably more than, say, 25 years of experience doing criminal defense. So seems like he is one of the more experienced criminal defense attorneys in that county. And Fulford is experienced too, but I don't know how many trials she's been doing in the last, say, 5-10 years since she's running a funeral home too. Oh, okay. Thank you. You're such a sleuth, Angela. I looked up Bernhardt in the Leon County Jail, but there aren't any recent records, some from 2020. Okay. Yeah, so we have no idea who this person is. Oh, thank you. Okay. I just feel kind of tired and beat right now, but we have another live stream show starting soon. Yeah, thank you. Hi, Veronica. Okay, hey, everybody. Okay, yeah, so that's big news. Coburger accepted a plea deal. Well, good, because I think it was pretty obvious that he was guilty. So yeah, guilty until proven innocent. I didn't know the fence is not gonna fly. Remember, she was planning Dad's birthday with Charlie, and she was pressuring Charlie to come forward for her. Yeah, but she'll probably just still keep up the same story that the birthday gift was the paella or something else. Maybe she'll come up with some sort of actual tangible luxury item that she can say was the birthday gift. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I bet they can't wait for this whole saga to finally be over. Trina C. Bernhardt has a 2022 mugshot. Oh, okay. But see, I don't know, but why would there be a script? Or what they said was a script with Bernhardt? Or maybe is it like a script as in like typed out words as to what they wanted this Bernhardt person to say? Okay, so because script, when I immediately thought it was like a doctor friend of theirs, I was thinking script could stand for prescription. But on the other hand, you're making me think if Bernhardt is an inmate, then perhaps they gave this person a script to say. So it's a total mystery here. Yeah, the witness lists aren't out yet. Yeah, maybe within the next day or two. I listened to Mr. Markel's victim impact statement this weekend and thought how different an impact statement would be if it was about Charlie or any Adelson. Yeah, have they ever even tried to do good? Well, remember in his roommate Jerry's deposition, he said they met on some sort of, was it a mission trip to, was it to Jamaica or the Bahamas or something? Yeah, so they were helping to give some sort of medical and dental care. Yeah, so I think that's like the only thing I can think of where Charlie was doing something to help other people, but who knows, maybe he wanted to go there on some sex tours too. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay, thank you. A and B likely relates to authentication. Not an expert, but there are authentication rules around federal wiretapping. Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah. So it could be that that's what it meant when it said a script, um, script of what to say on the stand to help Donna. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure Donna will take the stand because she probably thinks that's her only way to explain everything and look sympathetic and try to get people to believe her. Okay. So that's all I have to say. I just really wanted to show you guys this document, the exhibit list. So once again, thank you, Five Car Five, for telling me about it. So I'm going to go take a break, get something to drink, and then I'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to have a live discussion with Dawn and Mona. So no comedy this time, but maybe in the future. Yeah. Thanks for caring. Thanks for watching. See you soon.